Good day, everyone. My name is ICD Elliot. I am Marquesa Huson.
Sabaya Region.
Mario Rongi, Cervantes Clifford,
And I am Romel Palta.
Module 3, Case Study Number 4. African Swine Fever and the Government Response. Good day, everyone. Imagine you are a backyard hog raiser. Every day, you wake up early to feed your pigs. You invest your savings. You plan to sell them for tuition, daily expenses, or family needs. Then one morning, naay mo abot nga official, and then mag-ingon sa imuha nga need daw pamatyo ng imuhang binuhing nga baboy kay nanay ASF sa palibot. So, kalit lang, wala na ang imuhang source of income. This is not just a veterinary issue. This is a livelihood crisis. So today, we will analyze the ASF using the science, technology, and society perspective.
Sir, hindi ba mga baboy? Wala man sila yung mga sakit. Pero kailangan ikalantanan.
Actually, sir, ASF spread very fast. Bisan isa lang ka infected ni mga baboy, pwede din siya mag-apekto sa ubang farm o sa ubang mga baboy.
Unsa ang mga buhian eh? Asa may babaw ikaw?
And this is the difficult reality. Protecting the larger community while the individual farmers suffer losses.
African swine fever is caused by a viral infection that affects domestic and wild pigs. According to the World Organization for Animal Health, ASF spread through direct contact, contaminated feed and transport vehicles, and even farm equipment. It is a very high mortality rate. This is why prevention through strict biosecurity in the main strategy. Scientifically speaking, ASF is highly resilient and difficult to eliminate once it is spread.
In 2019, ESF entered the Philippines and quickly spread to different provinces. According to Department of Agriculture, millions of pigs were affected or culling to prevent further transmission. Because of this, pork supply decreased, price increase in market, daghan pa mga backyard riser nga nawalan og mga income. For many animal farmers, pigs are not just animal, for they are there to save income. So when ESF is spread, entire household are affected.
To control the outbreak, the government implemented strict measures. These included border checkpoints and inspection stations, ban or transporting live pigs and pork products from infected areas, zoning classification like infected, buffer, and protected zones, mandatory reporting and surveillance. Some provinces even implemented no-entry policies for pork products gikan sa laing lugar to protect contamination and to prevent. These measures were necessary to protect unaffected regions. Pero at the same time, makaapekto pud ni sila sa traders and small sellers. This shows how policy decision can protect public welfare but also create economic pressure.
So, from the science, technology, and society perspective, ASF shows that science alone is not enough. Science explains how the virus spread. Technology helps with surveillance and monitoring. Policy enforces control measure, but society feels the consequences. Large commercial farms usually had advanced biosecurity system. Backyard raisers, limited resources. So mas vulnerable sila. So the Food and Agriculture Organization emphasize that effective ASF control requires both ethical measures and strong support system for farmers.
Meaning, diseases control can also include compensation and assistance. Then, ASF teaches that agricultural health direct connected food security and economic stability. So, kung mahitabo ang disease outbreak, dili lang baboy ang maapektuhan, pati sad ang presyo o ang pagpanginabuhi sa uban tao. So, together, protecting animal health means protecting farmers and consumers and countries' food security. Salamat.